Hello and welcome back to the Unnamed Cooking Show. I am your host. I guess am I a host at this point? I don't know. I am your host, Dylan, and today we're going to be making baked potatoes, okay? But we're not going to be making baked potatoes in the way that you maybe traditionally make baked potatoes. This way was a new way for me, at least. They're British-style baked potatoes. Difference being, British-style baked potatoes, you bake a little bit longer at a little bit lower of a heat, and it makes the outside crispy and the inside really nice and fluffy, which good combos when it comes to potatoes. So, all you need for this are potatoes. That's literally it. I mean, you can do other stuff, like you can put some butter on there if you're, classic, right? You can put some other stuff on there if you're non-traditional. I'm not going to judge you, no matter what you put on your potato, okay? Remember, this is a no judgment zone. I don't judge you if you don't like my food. You don't judge me if I put random things on my potatoes, okay? So we're good here. So we're going to make those. It takes about 2 hours, all right? But you're at home, so 2 hours is okay, all right? So let's get started.
Alright, so you're going to start off by foil lining your baking sheet. Don't judge my tiny little baking sheet. I figured I'm only doing a couple potatoes, so I don't need that big of one. Then you're going to take your pre-washed potatoes and arrange them on the pan. And you're going to take a knife and cut a cross shape, 1/4 inch deep, into each of the potatoes. This is going to help some steam escape, and it's going to help us with making sure the interior doesn't stay too wet, and so that it'll dry out and get nice and fluffy. Next, we're going to season our potatoes. The first thing that you want to do is rub your potatoes down with a little bit of olive oil. You don't have to use olive oil. You can use other oils, but I like the flavor that olive oil brings, and I just have a lot of it. Feel free to add any sort of seasoning you want. I'm adding salt and some pepper. You can tell it's salt because it's in a box that says salt. And I'm just going to add a couple pinches to each of them, and then a sprinkle of pepper, and then they'll be ready for the oven. So go ahead and pop them into your 400 degree preheated oven. 400 degrees Fahrenheit, not 400 degrees Celsius. We're trying to cook potatoes, not light our house on fire. And we're going to leave those in the oven for 2 hours. After the 2 hours is up, you're going to pull the potatoes out of the oven and show them off to the camera because you're proud of your hard work. And then you're going to take your knife that you conveniently left off to the side, and you're going to cut the potatoes a little bit deeper, just to widen those crosses that you cut a little bit earlier at the beginning of the process. And this allows even more steam out, and it gives you the chance to dry out the inside of the potato a little bit more for the last 10 minutes of the bake. So once you're finished with cutting those crosses a little deeper, you're just going to pop the pan back in the oven for 10 minutes, and then you'll be done. After the 10 minutes is up, pull the potatoes back out of the oven, and once again, show them off to the camera because you're proud. Then, grab a plate and grab your butter and prepare to eat.
So, we've done it. We've made the potatoes. Here is a cut up and buttered one that I made. Now you'll notice when you make these potatoes, first, you know what, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. Get bigger potatoes. I got small, cheap potatoes, and they're small, and I wish they were bigger. So, yeah, it is what it is. But you'll notice that the skin is a lot crispier than you may be used to, and I think that's great. It almost tastes like a fried potato without actually being a fried potato. So we're going to take a bite. I put butter, salt, and pepper on mine as advertised. Let's see if I can even get a bite. Here it is. It's good. It's really, the extra time in the oven really helps make everything really fluffy, and the outside really crispy. It's salty and buttery because I put salt and butter on it, and really the outside is just like a really, really good French fry, but without the oil. I guess I did add a little oil, add a little olive oil. Okay, so don't quote me on that. It's a tiny bit of oil. Not nearly as much as you would use when you deep fry. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I hope that you enjoyed the video today, and if you make these, let me know. I really do think you'll like them. They take a little bit longer than regular baked potatoes, but I promise you the outcome is worth it. I really, really like this. So I'm gonna turn the camera off, and I'm going to proceed to eat all 4 of these on my own, unless my wife tackles me and does not let me. So, this has been the No Name Cooking Show. The No Name Cooking Show. The Unnamed Cooking Show. Thank you. See you next week.